numbers.
down in colours, down in numbers, down in everything.
Yeah.
But not in readings.
The readings, certainly up in readings, that was quite spectacular. Judges 9, 22 to the end. So this is now the sort of the downfall of
Abimelech.
Who's been a sort of terrible person because he's killed his 70 brothers, which he had in a...
Starts off with fratricide, and then the one who survives sort of has cursed him and said, you know, may fire come out of Abimelech and burn Shechem, and may fire come out of Shechem and burn Abimelech.
Right, so they had this evil spirit between these two, Shechem and Abimelech.
Even though they had been friends.
Yeah, amazing. It's all very complicated, isn't
it is such real politic.
Yeah, so
watch UK politics at the moment.
Oh my goodness, yes. Wow, what a spectacular day yesterday. and it's really interesting, isn't it? And I love this thing about the lords of Shechem, who out of hostility set ambushes on the mountaintops, which is really interesting because I read a comment that said basically this is upsetting all the trade routes, and that would have been a big a source of income for Abimelech. So basically, it's like a sanction. They're sort of sanctioning him.
So it's all go today.
It's all go, absolutely.
And it's pretty ruthless stuff, isn't it?
Well,
I mean, cities being razed, populations being slaughtered. I mean, no, it is pretty
It's
grim.
abysmal, isn't it? He's a tyrant, isn't he, Abimelech, basically? And the sort of age of tyranny, and you have, you know, treachery and person against person, sort of household against household, so people betraying.
And also a pretty humiliating death for Abimelech. I mean, you know, to be killed in that culture, you know, the idea that you're killed by a stone on your head thrown by a certain woman. You're not even told what her name is, you know. It's
not anonymous, not even like someone who's famous. And then he actually asked his armor bearer to finish him off. It's amazing. And then the first, Jotham, son of Job. Jotham was the one brother that got away.
The one brother who survived, yes.
Right. And this is the curse.
The curse of Jotham, son of Job. Yeah.
Gosh. So this really is a sorry tale.
And all this, you know, Gideon was the real hero.
Right.
At the beginning, and all of this was his family.
Right. Oh, right, of course.
Abimelech and the brothers killed, and Jotham were all his children.
So Abimelech was the son of Gideon. What a mess.
And then Luke 16.
That's a great. This always is quite a difficult parable, this, isn't it? The dishonest manager who is somehow commended.
But I mean, what Jesus is saying, look, he was wise, he was sensible, he used his resources he used his power in a sensible way, thinking about the future.
Right. This was the game that he knew how to play. He played it well.
Yeah, and Jesus says, you know, if only the children of the kingdom were as wise in using money and resources, you know.
Put the things at hand, put them to good use. Yeah. It's very interesting.
And then he moves on a little bit about, okay, I mean, if you like, a slight corrective here about being faithful in a little, and God will entrust them much.
Right. And then very interesting, a couple of bits of almost tag-on paragraphs. Yeah, so the law and the prophets were in effect until John came. Since then, the good news of the kingdom of God is proclaimed. Everyone tries to enter by force. He says the law is in effect until John came. Because is that saying that basically Jesus is bringing in the new covenant?
I think so. I mean, this is complicated.
Right.
This is really
it's
complicated.
a really complicated thought.
But it is this idea that John is the end of the law of the prophets.
Right. He's a sort of full stop.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Jesus has come to bring something completely new.
And yet, but he says, and yet, for one stroke of a letter in the law to be dropped, he says, but it's easy for heaven and earth to pass away than for one stroke of a letter in the law to be dropped. So he's saying the law is still binding.
He says the law is still binding, but he's reinterpreted in the light of him.
Right, okay.
And you know, actually, he then intensifies it straight away by his teaching on divorce.
Right. So that's very interesting. So he's saying the nature of the law is changing because it's a sort of law 1.0, it becomes law 2.0.
Exactly.
But actually, the law is still the law.
It's still the law. But it's perhaps going more deeper within the law. What's the law about? What's it about?
Right.
So yeah.
Very interesting.
Lovely. Have a wonderful day.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful day. Keep cool again, and
see you tomorrow.
Hello, Dimitri.
Dimitri,
and lovely to see you.
Great.
Okay then.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
The gang is running.
We're running.